Hi, friends. I hope you're doing really well. And this video is for my action takers. Let's just put it that way. For my people who are, you're just kind of at that place where it's like I'm tired of the back and forth in my mind. I'm tired of the doubt. Um, you know, just kind of sick of being afraid. All those kind of things when it comes to making um, taking some risk with your food and your body and this recovery thing. Okay. So whether it's intuitive eating, doing a meal plan, maybe they can take in some action on some health concerns you have and recognizing that, everything has a cost, right? If we stay the same, there's the cost of what we're already experiencing and probably those costs kind of compounding and maybe not living the life that maybe deep down that you could be living or having. So those are those costs. And the other cost is like, I'm leaving a life of, it seems like comfort, it seems like safety, but the reality is, this is all I've kind of known. And it's not really causing me any goodness. Um, it's kind of like wearing a fur coat on the beach. It's like, this fur coat is too hot, too heavy, not appropriate for the conditions of the situation you're in anymore. But this is the only thing you know how to wear. And this process is like seeing that, like, it's hot, it's sunny, the sky is blue, there's a breeze, there's a lot of goodness around. And I really want to take this coat off, but don't know where to put it. I don't know what else. Do I need to wear anything else? You just don't know. All right. So I know this is a little bit of a visual for you to start to think about what I'm going to explain here today. When we're going to heal disordered eating, chronic dieting, graze eating, binge eating, we have to recognize that we're not just trying to get to a certain weight. We're not just trying to get our hunger fullness right. We are peeling back layers and layers of programming and relational wounding. Um, we're dealing with the reality that we're just afraid to be rejected, and this is what we hold on to. Um, and it doesn't serve anymore, but we're not sure what the future looks like. All right. So, what I'll say to you is that it's really, really normal when you first start this process. And it sounds really exciting. And let's say you read the book Intuitive Eating and you're pumped and your brain has a new way of maybe thinking and behaving for the future. And now you know how you have a choice. You thought the only choice was to like control your food or manipulate your body to be okay. Now you recognize, oh, my body has a mechanism in it to like eat and digest and do its thing, and I don't have to be so controlling. Yeah, you do. Oh, I can learn other ways to like acknowledge and feel my feelings and be in relationship. Yeah, you can. There's so much opportunity here for you. But when you stop restricting as much and you stop binging as much or over exercising, overworking, you're going to feel a little uncontained and a little unanchored because all those behaviors were like kind of walling in or containing. Your body's a container for all that stuff, all that overwhelm. And so it's really normal. Let's say week 3, week 6, week 12, when you start to feel like, okay, this is all too much. I can't go, I don't want to go back, but I don't know how to keep going forward because I'm feeling so much. It's really normal to have that. And what's going to happen is your mind is going to start to like try to think your way out of what you're doing and rationalize that this isn't working when it's just really uncomfortable. All right. So um, I'm going to put a link below because I have I wrote out I think, a very extensive letter to you all about how to navigate some of that. And so I'm really excited for you to maybe take a look at this blog post I'm going to be doing this week. I hope you enjoy it. It comes out on a Saturday. I'm going to have a little sneak peek of it for you below. Um, but it's really normal. I'm just going to read a couple of things for you from it because I think this will help. So when you're starting to eat more normally, when you're following a meal plan, when you're progressing this, you're eating from hunger and fullness, you're going to feel um, like some feelings of unfairness. So why do I have to eat more than everybody else around? You're going to feel probably kind of, they're not real. What you truly want is your goal, but you're setting this goal and this goal and this goal, and trying to be really performance and uh, how to word this. Your goals aren't authentic. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes, like you're in recovery, and I'm gonna um, eat this food, and I'm gonna like get this level of fitness, or we're gonna hurry up and get this over with. And it doesn't usually work that way. That we're usually going faster than the slowest parts of us can go. And really, we just sometimes want to go back to the way things were because this is really uncomfortable, and newness is uncomfortable. When sometimes for people, when goodness starts to happen, we start to get really freaked out because sometimes in our past, it's like good things would happen and the shoe would drop. And so it feels scary to not be hyper vigilant. It's like it's really hard to let the goodness land and for things to be good. It's like our brain is searching for something to be bad and wrong because that feels, one, normal with the neurobiology of threat we might have wired up, and two, um, we're afraid of losing the good. So we look for the bad and even kind of create some bad, to be honest. That can happen. These are all kind of normal things. So what do we do about this? We've got to take some action. All right. Now, sometimes action could just be like having gratefulness that day, even though we feel bad. What is happening that's good? We could say, oh, I'm doing that thing. I'm thinking, I'm feeling, I'm acting in that old way. I wonder what's going on that's feeling too much or not enough right now. What's missing? Oh, here's an example. Um, I ate what I feel like I need to based on trusting in the dietitian I have or the encouragement I have for other people. And all I have is this extreme guilt. Well, I feel worse. I'm doing the right thing, but I feel terrible. This must be bad. No, 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 no. It just means that some of this like defensive strategy is starting to show its function. Oh, when you eat normally, that means that people might reject you. So I'm going to make you feel guilty to get you to go back to restricting to fit into that system. So we have to face some of this false guilt and like, is that really true? Is it really true that I'm doing something wrong or bad? Or is this eating actually me getting me closer to the potential of the life I could have? Because if I cave to the guilt, it just means I'm saying, yes, you're right. Like eating what I wanted is a bad thing. And we know that's a lie. We just know that eating based on your own preferences and your own agency maybe doesn't help you fit in, but we're not looking to fit in anymore. We're not little, we're not young, we're grown, and we are meant to be who we're meant to be with. We're not trying to get everybody to like us or accept us or love us because that's just not how life is. And I know that's definitely a therapeutic issue to be working through, but oftentimes the food is the thing that helps us deal with that dilemma because when we were younger we didn't have the skill, so all that stuff's going to start. That's just one small example. All that stuff's going to come bubbling up. For example, false guilt. Expect that. Don't be surprised by that. That's just one example. So if you feel like you're getting hijacked and you're doing intuitive eating and things are going pretty good but your body's starting to change, you're going to feel tempted to go back to the diet because again, that's what you were programmed to do. But remember, you're not a robot. As an adult, you have the resources, um, a little bit more mature. You have a more mature mind than you did when you were a kid or a teenager or maybe early 20s to be able to like, I have say. Not everybody might not like what I'm doing, but that doesn't mean that what I need to do for my physical, mental, emotional well-being is wrong or bad. It just might make other people uncomfortable. And those are some things we have to consider as well, is that honestly, you're putting your own health in all the ways above pleasing other people. And yeah, that's what it takes to not have remorse in this process. Well, a lot of people regret starting this because they gain weight or they don't they kind of just went halfway. They didn't go all the way because they didn't really count the cost. The cost is going to be that I'm going to have to feel and deal with things. This intuitive eating isn't a program, and it's not about just okay, I get to eat whatever I want, and um, that's all there is to it. That no, it's about like being attuned to the needs inside and learning and growing and adjusting each and every day to um, what's in front of us, and being in the present versus worrying about the future and everybody else and the past, and being rejected again in now time or in the future like we were in the past. So you would think that eating is just eating and nutrition is nutrition, but if it were that simple, I wouldn't be necessary. You wouldn't have to worry about food. You would just eat the food, get the body's feedback, and hear it, trust it, do it. But because food and body are so overcoupled with relational stuff, it's why we have to recognize that when we start this process, um, it isn't about getting a body that gets you something from people. It's about becoming. Um, it's about having the agency to live the life that you're meant to have, even if it doesn't fit in with the cultural norms. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope the post that I wrote for you all is would really, honestly, in a really positive way, elicit some responsive action in you to be able to recognize that we can't think our way into healing and recovery. It's thinking, feeling, and doing. All right. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.